It's Nolan. Niggas swear up and down, nigga rap up in this shit feel like 20. Still finding ways to adapt. My flow switches like code switches. Niggas searching for numbers, that's for my old bitches. Don't compare me to Kendrick while in cold, nigga. Hit this shit one more time, I'll probably explode. Nobody walking this road. I flew to New York, wrapped in the cold, didn't get chose. Flew back with the war on my soul. You niggas bold, acting like we on the same level. Dust rain settle, I'm the black pop, cooking crack rock in the kettle with belly with ox. My ship sail, bitch, give me the dock. The simius cock, don't tell me to stop. Got a machete for niggas that wanna war. Keep it cool as a chore, finna bust through the door. Fuck niggas got any to pour. Take a shot, spit the shit on the floor, spit in my hand. Dap niggas on tour. In a new mode, on these pillows, new clothes, new shows for the shoot, new posts for the lookers, money, power, respect, theme song for the bookers. Everybody I did a feature for, I cooked them respectfully. If you think I'm a dick, it vasectomy. Ain't nobody words affecting me. I did a study on my future trajectory. I'm putting niggas in the dirt professionally. I'm sought after the bars from a far chapter. The confidence could cause a rapture. Trying to gauge my thoughts, shit hard to capture. Singing the rappers bite me, but lost the rappers. I've been the boss and I paid the cost. I've been the best since the fade of fought. God flow, nigga, praise the Lord. I got a tab full of scrolls from my ancient source. A pretty penny for the next round. Price of an X5. Niggas talk shit, bend waters, let the text fly. Spit acid on them, I'm like reptile. Leave them below, the heavens look blue and exhale, bitch.
What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everyone is doing well on this Friday evening. Man, I had to, I got stuff going on, bro. Preparing for this wedding and all this. So y'all don't really know what a nigga be having going on. But I had to check back in with y'all, you know what I'm saying? Because yesterday, Mr. Kendrick Lamar found himself back on social media. Now, y'all know Kendrick don't tweet. That nigga don't really post. Only time we've really seen him post was this year when he was ready to drop his songs going back and forth with Drake. You know what I'm saying? But all of a sudden, he comes out of the blue, out of the woodworks, with a PG Lane commercial featuring Doechii. And he comes out with a story saying that Doechii is the hardest out, also using her trademark emoji, the alligator. Okay? Now, this is already following some fan theories and speculation online that Kendrick Lamar might indeed be dropping his album in October. We do not have official confirmation on that, so please do not take that as any sort of confirmation or the truth coming from the horse's mouth. We don't know that. We don't know how Kendrick is planning on rolling this project out. Remember last time around, Kendrick had that website where he was putting these journal entries up. We don't see any journal entries. We don't have a Heart Part 7 or 6 or whatever way he wants to go with his own series. So who knows what's going to come? You know what I'm saying? But the way that he's all of a sudden deciding to set his sights on Doechii and promote her in a way that we have not seen him promote anyone outside of Baby Keem in recent years, I find that to be very interesting, and I will go ahead and put my bid in to say, I'm assuming, and I want you to hear, I'm assuming that she will be featured on the project, on his album, right? Doechii's project, Alligator Bites Never Heal, is already out, right? She said that was something that was for her. She did not have no Kendrick feature yet. She hadn't officially asked Top Dog for a feature yet. We're going to get to that because she spoke to Joe Budden about that earlier this year. We're going to play the audio from that conversation. So I'm under the belief that they had not already worked together by the time that project was released. It came out, it did its own thing. And out of all of the releases this year, this was, in Alligator Bites Never Heal, was primarily a hardcore hip hop album with really booming boom bap beats, which we have not heard a lot of from artists that are either mainstream or at least attempting to be mainstream. You know what I'm saying? So I find all of this to be very interesting. Especially the fact that she's doing a PG Lane commercial. I don't recall any other TDE artists being featured in PG Lane commercials, but y'all can correct me if I'm wrong on that. So I find all of this shit to be very interesting. I also find it very interesting that commercial, or the snippet of the commercial, it looks like it's another iteration of what Kendrick and PG Lang did before Mr. Morale, excuse me, not before, but around the time Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers came out with that whole Cash App thing. You know what I'm saying? With Ray Dalio. And they kept playing that commercial at the pop out of Homeboy, talking about he was playing a dice game and he lost his money and shit. This clip that she's featured in looks like a continuation of that series, because there's somebody, I believe this is happening in a barbershop, talking about they money. You know, I'm not going to go out on a limb and say I got a theory or anything like that. I'm just saying that the signs are leading to the album may be coming sometime soon. Now, we don't know if that's going to be October. We don't know if that's going to be November. But there is somebody who has come out and given his perspective of what he thinks. You know, the song that was played at the intro of Not Like Us, the Woke Up Looking for the Broccoli record, that was featured in an F1 advertisement, basically letting the people know that the F1 season was set to begin. The season does begin on this Sunday, October 20th. And they were using that song, and of course, they would need the rights to use that song on that scale. So this gentleman believes that, I don't think it's coming out on the 20th, but he believes that it may come out on the 20th or at some point soon. So I'm gonna let Homeboy try to do his little 1-2. And y'all let me know what y'all think of what he's talking about. I don't believe what he's saying, but I do want to share it.
Guys, I think I know when the next Kendrick Lamar song is dropped. And I hate to get in my K-Dot cult member bag, but I think I put two and two together. Here's the HQ theory. Let's get into it.
Reincarnated, I was stargazing. Life goes on, honey, to hug my babies. Broccoli, ownership, the blueprint is by me. Mr. Get Off, I get off.
Now, as you can see, F1 racing is coming back. Formula One racing is coming back in October 20th to be exact. The Mercedes F1 team used the snippet that we heard on the Not Like Us music video for their promo video. Now, one thing I know about a team like this, corporations this big, you've got to have some kind of licensing agreement with the artist and or the label. So it's safe to say they did that. You wouldn't just do some kind of licensing for a song that's now about to drop, right? Licensing with a snippet, that would be tough, but I think it's a little more than that. So we certified, right? F1 season, Formula One season, October 20th on a Sunday, okay? But here was when I really put two and two together. That's Lewis Hamilton. If you don't know, that's let's say that's one of the GOATs of Formula One racing, all right? He's on the Mercedes team. They put this picture out. That picture looks familiar to you? Well, it does to me. That's because I know where the inspiration came from. That's right. You're connecting the dots? No pun intended. F1's coming back October 20. They're using a song that was previewed in July on a Sunday. Their star racer is using the K-Dot Super Bowl background. I can predict that the next K-Dot song, specifically the Woke Up Looking for the Broccoli, will be dropping anytime from today to October 20th. Book it. And that's the HQ theory.
I think the HQ theory is wrong, but I wanted to go ahead and, let you get your shit off, because you got 2 days to be proven right, brother. All right? But I don't think so. I don't think that song's dropping on the 20th. I don't think the album's dropping on the 20th. But you could be right. And then I had to get on this bitch and say I was wrong, which I don't mind doing. Right? Now, I don't know if we're ever going to get that Broccoli song, to be honest. It would be nice if we did, to see where that goes, because we only got like 4 bars out that bitch. But we shall see. Now, if you want to really go back in time, didn't Good Kid, Mad City come out October 22nd? Wasn't that the date Good Kid, Mad City dropped, October 22nd, 2012, if I'm not mistaken. Now, that would be interesting if 12 years later he drops an album on the same day, October 22nd. That will be a Tuesday. If y'all are keeping up with how artists are releasing music now, we've got Tyler, the Creator, and Earth Gang, respectively, dropping their music on Mondays and Tuesdays. So artists are breaking away from releasing projects, albums, singles, etc. on Fridays. New Music Friday is about to become a thing of the past, at least for artists that are challenging the system, which I think is already a good thing because I liked when music used to drop on Tuesdays. And there's a big campaign going on for music to stop being released on Fridays because people want to live with the music throughout the duration of the week, right? If an album drops on Tuesday, most people that, have jobs and things going on, commutes to work, that's a good time for you to play the album. And then you have the entire rest of the week to do the same thing, right? On your commute to and from work, right? But if you drop the album Friday at midnight, I mean, number one, how many people are really waiting up at midnight to listen to music on a Friday morning before work? You know what I'm saying? People do it. Not saying no one does, but just think about how much of an inconvenience that is, right? Whereas you could drop it Tuesday. I guess you could do midnight, doesn't matter. But then people can live with it for an extra few days before they change and transition into their weekend routine. Because that's different than what they would do on the weekdays. So again, just saying, how would it be? We taking it back to Cali, right? Good Kid, Mad City. That was his story of Los Angeles, of a time, of his upbringing. He's told his story of going from the good kid in the Mad City to being officially in the industry with To Pimp a Butterfly. He goes from, the kid from the Mad City being in the industry, experiencing stress, depression, trauma, going back to Africa and experiencing what it's like over there, and them telling him that he needs to come back home and spend more time at home in terms of the motherland, right? Then, by Damn, you got this whole downtrodden look on the album cover, so it's like, I'm not having a great time here. The theme of the album is nobody's praying for me, right? So he's soul searching, still trying to find where he wants to go in his journey. You get Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, where he actually goes and treats his untreated trauma, going into therapy, etc., becoming a man, going back and looking at his daddy issues, relationship woes, infidelity, accepting that he's imperfect, right? Then you go back to Cali. Not Like Us, the Broccoli, everything like that has been kind of leading us back to a West Coast type of project. What if this is the homecoming album, dropping on the same date that he dropped his major label debut? I'm just throwing this out there. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just saying that would be a dope ass moment. Because how many times are you going to have the opportunity to drop on the same date of your original debut album and it fall on an appropriate day to release it? That would be very interesting to me. All right. But that's all speculation and don't take that serious. Just throwing it out there. So next up, Kendrick and Doechii, right? So let's go ahead and play this PG Lang snippet featuring Doechii in the commercial, which I find to be very, very interesting.
My little tax refund, so you feel me? I was ready to play ball.
Yeah, I do feel you, but that quick flip will get you every time. I have to elevate the way I think, bro. Doechii will tell you. In the beginning, everybody had a plan for my money, but then I realized I just got to do my own thing.
Bow, Kendrick Lamar, Doechii, Alligator Bites Never Heal, the hardest out, the ultimate cosign. Not only being co-signed by Kendrick Lamar, who's already one of the top rappers in the industry, probably going to go down in history as one of the GOATs for a lot of people. I won't say for most people, but for a lot of people, even before all of the 2024 antics, was already a GOAT. He was one of mine. But now, with all of the hype, all of the attention, he says, y'all should pay attention to Doechii. I think that's pretty fucking fire, right? I won't say last, because that's a bit extreme, but one of the last female MCs that Kendrick Lamar really put his stamp on was Rhapsody, and she was featured on To Pimp a Butterfly, Complexion. I'm just saying, it seems like there's a campaign happening here, but we'll keep going, right? So earlier this year, around the time that Doechii's project dropped, she did visit the Joe Budden podcast, in which she had a conversation about Kendrick Lamar, and whether or not that she reached out to Top Dog to say, yo, I need to get that K-Dot feature. Here's what she had to say about that. Okay? Give me a second.
Is there an assumption that Kendrick would feature on your debut project because of your style stylistically and because of your close proximity
I'm
and
gonna say
labels?
this. I don't assume anything.
There
And
we
I also
go.
don't feel entitled to a Kendrick feature, but I would absolutely love that. Like, that's the goal. I'm sure that, like, for my debut project, eventually I'm gonna ask Top if he could ask Kendrick or ask Kendrick myself and see what comes of that. But I'm gonna be real, I don't think I have the record right now for that opportunity. I think I would have to come a certain way, and I don't think I'm ready for it.
Nah,
I love that.
Cause
I love that from you.
I think that was a dope. That was a dope answer.
Yeah, well placed humility.
Amazing answer. But some of the beats and some of the tracks on your mixtape, I could have definitely heard him over. I would have preferred to hear him over some of those fire ass beats. And I think it would have been a good synergy. I think it would have been an all right marriage.
See, the way you feel about Kendrick with that, when I'm listening to her tape, I hear Tyler.
Oh, I love Tyler.
I hear Tyler.
And I'm
love
not
that project.
And I'm not busting none of them. I'm not busting a Tyler gun or a Kendrick gun on the mixtape. I can hold the mixtape down myself. When it's time for us to get to it,
Yeah.
Have you worked with Daylight?
No. Who's that?
Does he sound
So
over there?
sorry if that's...
I'm not sure of Daylight's label situation.
Is
I know
Daylight a producer or?
No, he's a rapper.
He's a producer and rapper.
He's a producer and a rapper.
Okay.
He's a battle rapper. He raps with Punch a Bunch.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. And he's nice. So whenever you check him out, you check him out.
Got it.
When can we expect? When do you expect the debut album to drop?
Chill.
That's the question.
Honestly, I'm like, with where this mixtape is headed, I don't think I want to rush into it. I think it's growing right now, and I'm not sure. I don't know.
Was this a situation where you were working on both concurrently and kind of just picked some of these for the mixtape? Or did you make this very intentionally, like, these are for the mixtape and I'll get to the album when I get to it?
Actually, yes, I did. I made, like, the top of the project is intentionally made for the mixtape. And then, like, towards the lower middle to the end, those are songs that I had accumulated over the years that I just needed to get off that nobody really cared about that much.
The arrangement, like Joe said, it starts off super, super hard, and then it like kind of softens out and gets super, super smooth. It's almost like you're telling a story.
Thank you.
And it seems
I'm glad
very
you appreciate
intense.
that. I feel like that went over people's heads.
No, we were talking about that up here.
Did.
It did not go over our head. It was very, very sexy, and I was wondering about the intentionality behind the song arrangement on the album.
Yeah.
Or sorry, the mixtape.
I felt like.
All right, so that's Doechii on the Joe Budden podcast a couple months ago, talking about Kendrick Lamar, potential feature. not having the right record for the mixtape. Joe made an extremely great point saying, I'm not gonna put in a Kendrick feature or even a Tyler the Creator feature on a mixtape when I have a debut album on the way. That would probably be the better option, probably be the more beneficial option, because with a mixtape, there's a lot less pressure. You don't really got to perform at super pop levels. You don't got to have like a crazy amount of record sales. But when it comes to a debut album, the label's going to be putting the money up. The label's going to be expecting you to bring some money in. Yeah, you're gonna put a little bit more of your industry hat on so that you can perform within the industry. Now, that being said, Kendrick turns around and he's promoting Doechii. Right now, she's on the Alligator Bites Never Heal tour. So clearly, she don't got a project finna drop because she got to conclude this tour. She just jumped it off. So she's going to be on the road for a minute. But who's to say that she's not on his shit? That's what I would like to see. Now, just for shits and giggles, Doechii was up late last night after this story went up from Kendrick Lamar and the commercial went up, and then he said she's the hardest out. So this is what Doechii was up doing in the wee hours of the morning after this hit the scene. Hey man, she duking up with the whole industry, nigga. She ready for the smoke with the whole industry. Who said I'm the hardest out, baby. Duke, put him up. Oh man, I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm happy for Doechii. I'm glad that she's having this moment. I'm glad that she's gonna be able to bask in this glory. People are already posting footage of her on the tour. You know what I'm saying? Singing word for word in the crowd. She's got sold out dates off a mixtape. Motherfuckers know the vibes. This is a moment that's been, building up for her. She's been putting the work in. She's an excellent performer. She can out rap your favorites. She can out sing your favorite singer. You know what I'm saying? Like, she is the total package, and she can dance. She's just an all around talent. So whatever is in store for her, I'm happy and I'm anticipating it. And if it's got anything to do with Kendrick and his next project, bet your bottom dollar I'm anticipating that shit for sure. All right? Now, I'm not going to stretch this out for too long. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to just come on here. I wanted to talk to y'all about what's happening, talk to y'all about a little bit of the theories, you know what I'm saying? Throw my own little shit in there. But again, don't take my shit like I'm putting it out there like this is exactly what it is. But if he drop on October 22nd on some surprise shit, it would be a very pleasant one. That's all I'm saying. Let me know what y'all think about this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Become an insider. I will catch y'all on the next one. Peace, y'all.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like Soldier Rag. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef for computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden, they tell me they proud of me. I been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.